Hello, everyone, and welcome to Generic Fantasy Setting number 17735, ran by Dork Tales. I'm your Dungeon Master, Kelly, and the Wizard's Tower is slightly loud. Let me turn this down. There we go. So, hello, welcome to Dork Tales. I'm your Dungeon Master, Kelly, and this is episode 18 of Generic Fantasy Setting number 17735. If, for some reason, you jumped ahead 3 or 4 episodes, you will notice that our layout is slightly different because we're all under social isolation. Thanks to, if you're looking back from the future, there was a period of time where most of North America and parts of the world were quarantined because of COVID-19. So that's us. Why don't we go ahead and introduce ourselves, starting with the dwarf to my left. One sec. There we go. I fixed that problem. Alright, so that explains why people are going to be really confused because they're like, what Wizard's Tower is too loud? Alright, so once again, why don't we introduce the player to my left? The dwarf.
Is that the dwarf?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry,
the
screen,
sound-
you're pointing at me.
Your sound wasn't on, so...
Oh. You
My
muted me.
My sound for you was not on. No, I muted all of you.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, you don't want to hear us at all.
No.
This game is just Kelly.
Hi.
All right. Well, I guess for the second time, hi, I'm Christine, and I'm playing Malia Sunsorn, the Dwarven Tempest Cleric of Vela.
Alright. And over to our half-orc.
Hello, I'm Amy, and I am playing the half-orc druid, Tia Armstrong.
And how about our rogue?
Hi, I'm Winter. I play Mars, the Tiefling Rogue.
And finally, let's pick it up with our ranger.
Hi, I'm Mike. I am playing Xeno Rightwing. He's our half-elf ranger.
Alright, with that, why don't we go ahead and just recap what's happened over the last couple of episodes. So, while I just pad Winter out just a tiny bit to... Boop, boop. There we go. Now you're not bleeding over into the main panel. Perfect. Alright. Distance play is very interesting. So, last time, the characters finally made it to the town of Skilly Town and crossed the water to meet Eddigone the Wise, while his tower was under siege by some unknown assailants that included a drow and another tiefling. Now, the tiefling was summarily obliterated by a combination of dragon fire and oil and a water sphere and a bunch of other stuff. But the drow wizard that was leading the assault was, in fact, able to escape by transmuting himself into thousands of tiny spiders, you know, to get out of awkward social situations. And with that, the characters did, in fact, repel the assault, meet Eddigone, and learned a little bit more about the plot. Now, I'm assuming the characters have a lot more questions, so tonight's going to probably be a role-playing heavy session. I hope you enjoy it. You had time to rest. After having your brief talk with Eddigone and scarfing down some of that strangely delicious banana slime pudding, you were taken to some bunks down on the lower levels. And at that point, after the day you'd had, you easily slunk into these cots, which were fairly lumpy, and for Malia definitely, and for Tia definitely, remind you either of your early training in brewing and like times you spent away at camps and things like that, or your time in the mercenary world. Your time passes. Your sleep is deep and very comfortable. And while you are asleep, can I get everyone just to make me a quick wisdom save?
Oh no. Don't talk about sleeping.
Don't start it, Amy. That's just
I'm sorry.
Cool.
Wisdom. save.
23.
That's
23.
a 19.
19.
28.
Say 28.
Hey, wisdom is my thing.
It's one of my things too, but I'm not that
Be-
good.
Yes,
8.
but I also put a 20 into wisdom,
8?
so.
Yeah. Fair.
Oh wait.
All right.
Yeah, I only rolled an 8.
You only rolled an 8. That is acceptable.
Yeah. Oops.
Stop yawning.
I'm trying not to.
All right, so
You're evil.
I'm so sorry.
There's gonna be a siren showing up in my part of the audio in just a sec because there's something happening across the water. I'll just wait for a moment so I can cut this out when I make this into a podcast. Doop doop doop. How's everybody doing tonight? I know that a couple of you are starting to feel a little ill, and Mike, thank you for showing up tonight in spite of a migraine. We will try to keep this short, sweet, and to the point of many arrows.
At the point of many arrows?
The point of many arrows. What is the point of many arrows? It's to get what you want.
Pincushions.
As the darkness of sleep overtakes all of you, you dream of various things, of lovers, of good food, of chasing dogs when you were a child and having them bark back to you your school teacher's lessons in his voice. Dreams are weird. But it's Mars. Mars, you awaken from your dreams, which were about food and soft pastries and your parents and the way that your mother used to cook on Sunday mornings. And you find yourself standing in a black room.
I'm awake.
You're sure you are, yes.
Uh-oh.
But you're in a room that appears to be made of glass. It's large, 50 feet by 50 feet by 50 feet, a cube.
Can I, feel the sensation of, my fingers, my toes?
In fact, your feet scream up at you from the cold glass that they stand on.
Oof. I felt that IRL.
Absently, you recognize as the cold mist that clings to the floor rolls over your naked ankles that the rest of you is bare as well.
Ugh. It's a tad bit chilly. Okay, I'll call out, hello?
Your voice echoes, hello, hello, hello.
I'll try walking. Oh.
Your voice continues to echo in the distance. You can hear it clinging to the fog. Hello, hello, hello. You start walking, and you can progress over the terrain. You can feel the slap of your feet on the naked ground. No matter how silent you tried to be, there's no way to disguise your footsteps. It's like trying to steal cookies from the kitchen when you were a child. No matter how silent you tried to be, everything echoed. You walk for a short period, and you start to see a figure in the distance.
I'll try to speed up to get to that figure faster.
The figure speeds up as well. They look like they're headed in your direction. Do you continue?
When I get closer, does it look like a reflection?
It does, actually. It looks just like you. But different.
What's different that I can see?
The horns, they're longer, sharper. The fangs as well. The nails taper to a razor point. The skin has markings burned into the flesh like a tiger's stripes.
I'll reach out my hand.
She reaches out to you as well.
And then what happens when you are trying to like reach? Does it feel like it's a mirror?
It does feel like it's a mirror. You feel the resistance, the flatness of the wall against you. Your hand presses against hers.
Do I
And
actually?
suddenly the fingers reach through and grab yours. And pull you tight. They pull your forehead against the mirrored surface. Your foreheads touch a moment, the flesh on flesh gracing. Her flesh is hot, burning your skin. You open your eyes wide to look into hers, and you see that you're actually looking at not your face, but Nona's. There's a sound of breaking glass, and both of you twist and turn and see a silhouette next to you. A black shape. A woman of impossible height with 3 eyes glowing purple, 2 and 1 in the forehead. She opens her mouth to speak at you, and you awaken in the bed.
And I'll look at my hands and like feel my forehead.
You are covered in a fairly thick layer of sweat, but everything feels as normal as it has for the past 6 months.
Do I feel cold still?
A little bit, actually. You can see that you've kicked your blankets off onto the floor and you're wearing whatever you normally sleep in. Over your bed, however, there is a looming shape. A large, armored man leans over you, reaching out to you.
I scream.
The figure screams back, "Ah!" Who else is still sleeping? Or did you all get up? You know what? I know how this plays out. From where you are sitting around the observatory room that you spoke with Eddigone before, you can hear a distant scream from the lower floor. And so I said that, ah! Ah!
I think she's awake.
Back down in the room with Mars. Mars, the creature leaning over you, screams and stumbles backward. And it's at that point that you realize this isn't a man in armor. In fact, the armor, the metal mouth and face actually experience a sensation of shock in front of you, and the armored mouth opens and screams. This looks kind of like the person that greeted you at the front door. And as he falls to the ground, you can see that he is a man who is made of armored plates that are interspersed with all these root-like ropes or cables that form these muscle fibers running down his arms and neck, and all of the flexible parts of his body are made of these like taut reddish brown ropes.
What are you doing?
I was trying to wake you up. The master was expecting that you would join us for tea and coffee.
What time is it?
It's almost 6 in the morning, but you've been asleep for almost 15 hours.
All right. Give me a few minutes. I'll be down.
Gladly. And he'll brush himself up and walk off, shutting the door behind him with a loud slam. Now, back upstairs, in the main area, there we go. Get some nice Alchemist music playing. For anybody who is watching at home, feel free to always use tabletopaudio.com for your ambient music. They're fantastic. They're free. Technically, they're not, because we support them on Patreon, but we love them. Back up at the lab, you can see that you've been up for about an hour now. There's no rest for the wicked up here, and there is the sound of bubbling equipment and various concoctions and mixtures being funneled and purified through giant stills and coils. Over in one corner, Malia, your attention is going to be briefly drawn to a large globe that emits currents of lightning that strike the edge of the globe as the plasma rips over the inside of the ball. It's like watching the heart of a lightning storm. Yeah, you like that? Put your hand on it.
It's mesmerizing, and she will go ahead and touch it.
You'll feel a little shiver. And as you do, like, all of the bits of lightning are going to seek out your fingertips. And you'll notice that Malia's very coarse hair is going to start slowly lifting.
I mean, it's in a braid, so all the loose bits will lift.
The loose bits, yeah. Your wisps are going to start wisping up. It's kind of fun, right?
Yeah.
All right. Hand me that hammer, he says back over to Catamus, who stands next to him over at a central dais that has a large industrial foundry equipment around it, including bellows and a place for smelted iron and smelted metals. And they continue their work as they have for the past, well, actually, they worked through the night. And then you'll start hearing the clang of metal on metal. And your attention is drawn back to the center area where he and Catamus are hammering the final gem work back into your hammer.
Alright, you know what? I think she was slightly distracted by the lightning globe, but she's probably way more intent on what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just kind of like...
Where did you get this thing anyway?
Little place, fellow called himself Count Doom of Mount Doom. Some what were they?
The halfling?
Droger? Had it?
Oh, you got it from a Duragar. Clang, clang.
I couldn't leave it behind since it had Vela's symbol on it.
Yeah. Huh. Hammer. It's not normally her game. Alright, Catamus, you keep hammering this rivet right here. Yeah, absolutely. Alright. So it should be done in about an hour. He's just got to do some of the fine-tuning. Most of it seems to be in pretty good working order. You're going to need to pick up a couple of items. I'll write a list for you down. But it'll be fixed up a bit.
Excellent. Thank you.
I need you to do me a big favor, though. Do you know the spell, Create Food and Water?
Yes.
I need some lemonade. I'm thinking like I want an Arnold Palmer.
Alright.
Do you know how to make an Arnold Palmer? Do they have Arnold Palmers here?
What's an Arnold Palmer?
It's like you take some iced tea and you take some lemonade and you mix them together and it's like super refreshing.
Hadn't considered that before. Generally, we just mix lemonade with beer if we're going to have a summer drink.
While I'm working? I mean, do you want me to have a couple of beer while I'm working on this? I will.
Let's save it for afterwards.
I mean, it's like a god's hammer. It's not like a lawnmower, you know.
She will go off to the side and create...
You guys don't even have lawnmowers.
Create drink.
Okay, create food and drink. Go ahead, and that's... What level spell is that? Is it cantrip? Or is that a first
no,
level?
it's not a cantrip. I think it's like a first or something like that.
Okay, cool. We'll say that you probably had that one prepared for the day just to make it nice and easy. Alright, so you will create that. Are you just creating the lemonade?
I figured... something like that. Though I think it doesn't really create what you pick, it creates water.
Oh, yeah.
there's...
Right? I think it creates the most basic stuff that you can. It's not like you can choose.
Isn't there create food and drink?
There's purify food and drink.
There is create food and drink. Food and water is what it specifies.
I mean, you can probably create some... you probably can't create some lemons then. Damn.
So I think it's not really specific. It creates a nourishing thing. Like it creates essentially like hardtack.
Oh god. Damn. So you can totally just explain that to him that that's not the way it works.
Yeah, the food it creates is bland but nourishing.
Yeah. The spell I've got doesn't do anything real fancy.
Oh.
Enough to
Okay.
survive.
I can get the stuff to make one.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can go shopping. Like, that's fine.
Alright, go buy some lemons, bring them back up.
Okay. Molly will go head off to town and just go shopping.
Okay.
Unless there's something keeping Tia distracted, she'll probably go with her, actually.
Okay.
Oh.
What about Zeno? What's Zeno doing?
You know, if I see them leaving the tower, I'll probably join them.
All right. So you will all head out, and as you do, you will pass Herbie, the mechanical assistant, as he walks back into the room and pauses and bows to let you all pass in a nice butlery fashion. Sir, madams, your friend is woken.
Oh, thank you.
I heard. Thank you.
She's quite twitchy, that one.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
And if on command, as if on command, you can hear Mars coming up the stairs at this point.
Hey, Mars.
Hey.
Hey, we're going to go down into town. Did you want to come?
Oh yeah, sure. Are we gonna eat first? I'm really hungry.
I think. Oh,
There's slime pudding upstairs.
yeah, that.
Was it good?
Tasted like banana.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. I'm gonna have some of that, and then I'll meet you guys down here before we go.
All right. So you all head down into the town, and it's about 7 o'clock by the time you actually make it down into the town and meet with people and actually see people coming out. The sun has crested the horizon, and morning has spilled out across the land. The quaint provincial town is waking up, and the fruit sellers are coming out, and there's that man with his eggs or croissants like always. I forget how that goes.
I get the
But
reference.
the town is awakening, and the fruit stands are there. You can buy all of the fruit you need to do this, as well as some tea for a silver.
Yeah.
Lemons are a bit expensive, but not that expensive. And as you are down in the town, what else are you doing besides just grabbing some... You're down in the central marketplace. And you can hear that the people around the village are waking up blearily, like, people always do. You buy your tea and your lemons, and the entire marketplace, the open-air market, is open and awaiting you. I'm doing that thing where I repeat words a lot, and I don't know why. It's because I have a headache. Because we're all sick. But not that kind of sick.
Mars will kind of be looking around for ingredients for the type of stuff that she saw in her dream, so she could try to replicate it.
Okay,
She's
so
feeling a little homesick.
Mars will make her way down and meet with you very shortly afterwards, actually. Just about the time you're finishing up the lemon and tea transaction. And it's at that point that all of you who are down in the marketplace are going to smell the wafting of fresh risen dough.
It's
The
coffee
beautiful
shop
scent.
time.
It's coffee shop time, and actually the smell of pretty decent brewed coffee. Mars, as you were heading out, Cadamus would have yelled back, "And if you don't mind, bring up some coffee, please."
Hey.
Thank you. And Farah actually stayed behind and kind of lazily just threw herself over one of the couch arms in the observatory.
Malia is going to make a soft sound and just be like, I haven't had coffee in ages, and follow her nose to it. Just honing in like a bloodhound.
It's impressive.
So you will approach the coffee shop, which is actually a full shop, but it's one of those ones it's a rustic wooden cabin with a side of the building that completely shutters open so that you can just approach it like a kiosk almost.
Mm-hmm.
And as you go to that pickup window, a halfling will climb atop a second row of, I guess, flooring that kind of goes around the counter to be able to reach all of you, and leans over and, "Hi, welcome to Skillion's Cup. How can I help you?"
I will look at the menu and start listing what I want.
There are things on this menu that you have never seen before. There is something called a cafe au lait. And there is also something next to it called a cafe au lait, spelled differently. One is spelled like owlat, and the other one is spelled O-L-E. It has a little mark next to it that's kind of shaped like a hot pepper.
He's gonna try that.
Okay.
I'm just going to start questioning the halfling on what these things are, because I've never had them.
Okay, well, absolutely. So if you're looking for something with a little bit of a kick, then the Cafe au lait was definitely going to be it. What it is a macchiato that is made with a bit of crushed cayenne pepper and a little bit of dragon's breath turmeric. So it is very, very spicy. I would not recommend it if you had a soft stomach or were prone to heartburn. Then, of course, there is the cappuccino. Cappuccinos are... do you know what a cappuccino is?
No.
Foamed milk. With coffee. It's very light and fluffy and a great way to start your day. Then we have, of course, our 4 types of seasonal blend. We have our holiday blend. We have our Pike's Point blend. We have our Apessian dark roast, and we have our blonde roast.
Hey.
Made with no real blondes. But made by a real blonde, she says, kind of gesturing at her long, curly blonde locks.
Do you have, do you do, like, takeout?
Like to-go cups? Absolutely.
Yeah. Awesome. What would you recommend for somebody who has quite a sweet tooth?
I would recommend probably a caramel macchiato.
All right, one of those.
That makes it too.
All right. I can go ahead and do that. And for the gentleman?
Oh, give me the biggest cappuccino extra foam that you can do.
Absolutely, sweet tea.
And one of the spicy ones.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you guys think Cadmus would like?
Probably something bold in flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
Bold
just
and-
wants, like,
Straight up, probably.
you could probably give him a bunch of coffee grounds and he'll crush it into coffee.
He likes it strong?
I think probably.
I think so.
I'll give him a double red eye then.
Okay.
It's coffee with ground up espresso. It's a lot of ground up espresso. It's pretty strong.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
Do they
And
also have
do-
like pastries and stuff, or?
They absolutely do. They have croissants, they have ginger snap cookies, they have snickerdoodles, they
Anything
have,
that smells like cinnamon and apple.
they have a cinnamon apple tart, yeah.
That's what Mars was going out to look for.
They
They
have
have
basically
bagels.
what you're looking for.
I will just get a selection of stuff that I want, that I think Cadmus would like, and what Farah would like.
All right, so Pharaoh like literally everything, but you will see that there is this strange little confection that is there. It's a little stick with a ball on top of it, kind of like a lollipop, but you can tell that it's glazed some type of cake, and it's got like a giant eye on it, which reminds you of Ishana, the beholder that you fought not that long ago. Right next to it is another similar one that has an iced dragon on the side of it.
Just get those for Farah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so one dragon ball and one beholder ball.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I'll point out a few other random things into a box for Farah, make up a box for myself, make up a box for Cadmus.
And this is all on one order, she says?
Yeah.
All right. That is going to be... Carry the 1. 7 silver, please.
I will pay her.
That's quite expensive, you're noticing, but each coffee works out to about 4 times the cost of a normal coffee.
I was actually going to say that's a good deal.
We're essentially on holiday right now, so
Yeah.
Basically, these
Before
are
the
what
shit hits the
Starbucks
fan.
prices were in the early 90s to normal people. And with that, they'll get your cups up, which are these fairly disposable clay cups that it looks like they can mass produce pretty easily, with lids, and they'll provide these to you at no additional cost. You can actually see that there are some commemorative ones of Skillion's coffee or Skillion's cup that you can take home.
He was gonna grab one.
Okay, cool. That is 5 silver by itself.
Okay.
But you have they also have a travel mug version that's metal.
Yeah.
How much is that one?
I'm going to grab the travel mug.
The metal one is 6 silver. And then they have a special premium one that is 1 gold, but it guarantees to keep any beverages cold or hot for up to a day.
Okay,
I'll take that one.
Yeah.
Okay. It's metal,
Me
it's got the
too.
logo on it. You're all gonna get one? Okay.
It had like some like metal chasing on it. And
So now you know what we have to do. We have to make stickers of this now, and then order them, and then put them on these cups and use them for door tails.
We do.
Skillion's cup.
Skilly
Well,
cow.
when Michael listens to this, he can design it. It's
Yeah.
George Clooney's face smiling at a cup. All right.
Yeah, we need it now.
And so with that, you'll get your coffee order. You gonna head back to the place?
yeah.
Is there anything else in the town, or is that about it?
There's tons of stuff in this town, if you remember correctly.
Like Tia might actually just go for a walk and just like take a look around if there's nowhere they have to be right away.
No?
Malia will go back because she's got the coffee and goodies for the others.
Where sounds good. So the rest of you are going to go shopping. So I'm gonna actually ask, what are you, or go walking at least? What are you going to go look for?
I mean, Tia's honestly just like stretching her legs and going on a bit of just a stroll. So
Yeah,
I also realized that you still had your room booked at the 4 Elements, so you could have just gone back there and slept. Now that I think about it, I'm used to you guys just camping where you stop. So
honestly, they might have, because MacLeod wanted to get her hammer worked on, and we had stuff to look at there.
Well, and my
Sure.
thought also is that I would have wanted to stick around just so that Eddigone couldn't disappear on us.
That too. He seems slippery.
I mean, he could, but
Mhm.
regardless. But at least if we're here, it's a little more likely that we'd notice.
okay. So
At least that would be her
where-
mindset set.
Where are you headed?
I'm gonna follow Tia. Just not so much to do shopping, but still feeling a little uneasy from the dreams. Just wants to walk around and kind of feel like she's here in the moment.
Yeah,
Okay.
like Tia doesn't really want to buy anything in particular. She just wants to like check out the town because she was outside when everyone else was there earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess she
everything.
also kind of wants to see if they're still hanging out outside that troop, that Legion group people.
The mercenaries,
curious.
they are there, but it looks like some of them are starting to pack up.
Also, she's just curious.
As you're going through, you can see that a bunch of the stores are opening for this time of the morning. Taco Hell's is opening. Oh, my bad. I said that was Skillion's cup. My mistake. That was not Skillion. That was... Sorry, that was the Skillytown branch of Skyfire Coffee.
Fire?
Skyfire, yeah.
Okay.
Skillion's cup would have been the local establishment that got taken over by Skyfire. It's important that I keep that straight. I just need to make sure that it is. Because Skyfire is the official Dork Tales coffee brand.
All right, so the rest of you, you're gonna mill around. You're gonna go and check stuff out. Is there anything in particular that you're looking for?
No.
No? And Zeno, you're just gonna kind of kick it down there too?
He's just gonna find a place by the lake to drink his coffee.
You'll find a rather peaceful area down by the water, actually. And
Oh,
as
so I
you
have
do
that
it-
new dagger. What's the
Yeah.
weather like outside?
It is early light. Are you? Let me know if you ever draw that dagger during the day.
Okay, good.
It's in a sheath.
Okay, yeah. Just wanted to make sure.
Now, down by the water, Zeno, you can hear the sound of longshoremen working the boats, getting ready to unload the first catch from the early morning. The sound of still somehow alive tuna slapping on top of, well, not tuna, but a nice fat lake fish, you realize. Still alive, slapping for where it was pulled out of the water probably just a few moments ago. People moving crates, people working rigs and pulling rope, and the sound of wood on wood and the gulls overhead that But they're not gulls, of course, you realize. Not this far inland. Geese? Ducks? The world's a lot bigger than you ever realize, you know? Even as exposed to it as you were when you're youth. But even then, this far away from home, it still kind of smells like home. It's just missing that salty brine of the sea. But the sound, the people, it's not that far away after all.
Okay.
Malia, you finish your walk back to the tower and take the quick way up. And as you approach the top floor, can I get you to make me a perception roll, please?
$28. I add 9 to it, okay?
Nothing gets past her.
Yeah.
It's a wisdom-based skill, okay?
So maybe we should actually have the conversation that we've been meaning to have for a while now, while your friends are out. Okay. You'll hear Farah's voice respond. What are you really doing with these people? Something like you, traveling with them, you can see why I would be a little... You know? They were my friends. Do people like you actually have friends? And you'll enter about that point.
Hey, I picked up lemons.
Ah, perfect! I've been wanting this forever.
Alright, Farah, here, I got this for you to try. A cup
Thanks.
in a box. Same to Cadmus.
Thank you. He goes back to hammering and takes, meets up with you, actually, putting his hammer down for a moment, and takes the cup and takes a swig that is altogether too deep for something that hot.
I was told it was bold and strong.
Good. Just like me. Clang goes back to hammering on the forge after...
Malia will laugh do the little laugh in a reaction and just wink at him and turn away.
Ooh, saucy. I mean,
All right, so he's going to go back to work. And as you are turning back, he's going to say, Eddie, I think it's about done.
Yeah? Well, you're just in time then, kid. Eddigone approaches the smith, the little smithy area, and Cadamus puts the final clangs onto the edge and holds up your hammer, which is glowing with a slight bit of white radiance. I think that's about as good as I can do. Pardon me. I think that's about as good as I can do. Yeah, no, you did good, kid. Okay, let's see. So all it needs is a sealing spell, which I have been prepping for about 12 hours now. Okay. And he'll turn around, and all through the night you could hear the sounds of those vents and those coils hissing as strange liquid powered through them. The stills bubbling and making these strange ticking noises, like as the water forced its way through, or whatever liquid that may be. At this point, though, you can see that the brass bolts that are holding it in place are beginning to shake slightly from the internal pressure. This is the point where a brewmaster would get the hell out. Eddigone walks over and pulls a lever, and a huge gout of steam will out of one side, and then he pulls another lever and out another one. The entire thing begins to shake very, very, very strongly, and it's at that point where he reaches up and grabs a third lever, setting the hammer directly underneath a funnel with an apparatus that looks so similar to the baker you just passed, what they use to add icing. He pulls the final lever. The machine shakes and trembles and looks like it's going to tear itself apart. And you can see all of the liquid draining into the vat impossibly as this steam erupts out of it, casting the room into a greenish hue. And then you hear the sound of liquid pouring down an internal coil. The steam stops, and you hear... And a single drop of liquid is going to fall onto your hammer.
This is so Willy Wonka.
The entire thing is going to flash bright blue. And the gems inside of your hammer, the two gems on either side of the faces, are going to glow brightly their original colors. I believe one is yellow, one is blue. And he's gonna pick it up. There, tell me how it is. And he's gonna throw your hammer at you.
We'll catch it.
You don't even have to catch it. The moment you hold up your hand, it is in it.
Nice.
Your hammer is now a +2/+2.
Oof.
Nice.
Excellent.
Fancy.
Your hammer is a +2/+2. And if you are playing around to stop yawning, Amy.
I'm sorry.
Stop it.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So, also it, as you look at it, you're going to see that there is, I don't know, something slightly different about this. Yeah. This thing has a lot of actual magic potential built into it, actually. It's a pretty powerful thing. I unlocked one of its basic abilities there. So it looks like 3 times a day or so, before it runs out of juice, it can just cast light. You give me some materials on this list, and I'll hand you a rolled up scroll of paper. I can probably fix it all the way. But then you'll probably have to get it reconsecrated at a Shrine of Vela. Then, that's gonna do some serious shit. If I'm not mistaken, that thing has an internal power battery built in there by the gods. So, this little light effect it's got is just the barest bit of it charging up. Think of the power.
Tell me more.
I don't know. You got to find the parts. You want me to dismantle your hammer? You can leave it with me. I can give you, like, I don't know. Here's a broom. He holds up a broom at you.
All right, what's the list?
Look, Dwarfy, I'm a wizard, not a psychic. I know that this thing is some serious shit. But I also gotta warn you, whoever did that to it, he'll point at some of the gouge marks on it that are still there. They dead?
I don't know.
Hmm.
The person I took it from is dead.
Well, that's probably for the best, because whoever made that thing is not your friend. They let that thing slip through their fingers. They're going to be pissed. Hopefully it was just some idiot who didn't know what they had.
Probably
Speaking of
not,
idiots.
But...
Yeah. Speaking of idiots, where are the other ones?
Cookie?
Back across the village, Tia and Mars find themselves walking through this quaint provincial town.
It's a peaceful village. Sorry.
So
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Oh, yeah.
I can't.
What are the two of you doing as you go?
You went all right, Mars?
Yeah, just didn't sleep good.
How you doing after what Eddigone said yesterday?
You know, I'm kind of torn.
How so?
Between you and me, I almost don't want to go back to the way things were. You know?
What, being human?
Yeah. It's just so boring and mundane. I'd end up just like my parents. And it's not like I can ever go back to that town again. So what's the point?
I mean, I don't think that after everything you've been through and we've been through, that being human would change that much. I don't think you'd be able to go back, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think human or tiefling makes a difference here.
It's something about the shards, too.
Yeah. Just don't lose yourself, okay?
But who am I, though?
You're Mars. You're a friend. You get into trouble. But so do we. So.
You know that... Not the one in the tower, but... when we were underground?
Yeah?
Something happened down there.
What do you mean?
While you guys were finishing up healing after the battle, I went back to look at the chests that we left beside one of the tunnels.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else was down there. Another tiefling.
Do you think it was the one we encountered in the tower or no?
No.
And
But he said some weird stuff. I don't quite understand. Like, I've never been smart, you know?
Mhm.
So, but what he was telling me was that between me and Nona, because of what happened with Nyrn's crystal, she's coming back. She's coming through us. Or we are her, or... I don't understand any of this.
I don't either. But
every time I feel that there's a shard nearby, it's something unstoppable. So I really don't know where I start and where I end. You know?
sorry, I wish I had some answers, but
I just don't know what to do.
Tia's gonna give Mars a hug.
Okay.
And you'll have a nice peaceful moment down there. You find that you've walked down by the water.
Pat, 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 pat.
And you'll see that over on one of the docks nearby, Zeno is just sitting, kind of dangling his legs off a pier, looking out into the water.
Hey, there's Zeno over there.
Wonder what he's up to.
Looks like he's having a moment too. Should we go over and talk to him?
Sure, let's go aggravate the elf. Half-elf.
It's always fun doing that.
Right.
Zeno,
Yeah.
you're staring out over the water, thinking of you-know-who.
Voldemort?
She
Exactly.
who must not be named.
Now, Zeno, as a half-elf, you're trained by your elven heritage to eschew sleep in favor of trance. So you don't dream very often. But as you're sitting there listening to the sound of people unloading crates of chickens and the sound of birds flying overhead and ducks swimming in the water around the edge of the dock, you feel a body slide next to you and sit down, your thighs touching. And you hear a familiar voice in your memory say, "Why don't we just get on a boat and get out of here? We can take any one of these."
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
How about that blue one? I bet I could steal that.
I bet you could.
You want the red one, don't you?
I do like red.
Yeah. You do. And that smell of freshly washed hair and that vanilla and rose scent and the feel of a soft head of hair on your shoulder. And then you'll immediately recognize that someone is actually behind you. Someone has walked down the dock. The creak of a pair of boots on old, water-warped wood will bring you back out of your reverie. And you'll be able to smell just the slightest hint of musk and a slight bit of brimstone that you've come to expect. Almost imperceptible, but after a night of combat without a bath, it's pretty obvious who's coming down the pier toward you.
Hey, that's why I need to have a bath, like, in every stop that we make, okay?
So you don't smell like sulfur. Yeah.
Maybe we should go back to our hotel and freshen up a bit more.
Oh, yeah. Zeno, you coming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
You
heal.
all right? You all right there?
Just thinking of the past.
Yeah. Seems to be a lot of that going around.
We're pretty far from home. So, I think that's to be expected.
Yeah. I mean, we got where we were trying to get to, but I don't know. I guess I kind of thought it was going to be more.
More.
Yeah. More.
Well, we still have that room at the hotel. We may as well head back.
This one needs a bath, and she's gonna.
Yeah. She's starting to smell a little sulfury.
Yep.
Sorry.
It's alright.
All right. So you'll go back and freshen up and have a shower, change your clothes, get your clothes laundered. You've still got another day that you can stay there, so why not? The cookies have been replaced on all of the beds, and all of your fruit trees are still there if you want to grab some fruit to go.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
And before long, you'll find yourself back at Eddigone's tower. I'm gonna shut off the chicken sound effect right now.
If they
They're
don't
chickens.
bring the rest of our stuff, I'll go back and get my own stuff at some point before our time's up.
Probably bring some of it, but if we have another night,
Yeah.
We did pay quite a bit for it.
yeah.
Yeah. We may as well use it.
Xeno's family paid quite a bit for it.
Back
His
in
family
the
is our family?
No,
You
if
can
I
marry his
want that.
brothers and offer him.
No, never mind.
So, back at the observatory, you'll arrive and have plenty of time to gather your belongings if you so choose. But when you go back up there about an hour later, you'll see that Malia is standing.
Lovingly polishing her hammer.
Yep,
Ooh,
the occasional
shiny.
flips.
Yep.
Nice.
Ha.
Pretty much.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Oh
and
yeah,
so,
she's enjoying this a lot. This has only been a year coming.
All right. Oh, good. You're all back. I was hoping we could talk. Tell you about the next phase of the adventure. So long as you're feeling down for another phase.
Yeah?
There's no going back now, I don't think.
And I don't think it would be cool just to let it sizzle at this point.
Well,
I'm not ready to settle down and be a brewmaster yet.
good. We'll grab a seat around the circle chairs over there. And there's a large area that has like a circular sofa. With one open end, of course. And as you head over, he's going to walk next to it and pull a lever. And as soon as your butts hit the seats, the ground is going to shake just slightly. And the coffee table is actually going to split in half. And the sides are going to descend to the floor, and a strange crystal pillar is going to rise about 12 inches out of the coffee table. And he's going to reach into his pocket, pull out a small device and click it. And the air in the center of the circle is going to shimmer. And you are going to see a spectral image of one of the eyes of Nyrn.
Malia will relax.
All
She'd
right, you see
tensed
this
up and
thing?
been ready to go back over the side.
You see this thing?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's one of the eyes. Okay, these are ancient gems that that I was able to seal a weakened version of the goddess Nyrn inside. Okay, me and the rest separated these things on 3 different continents, really far away from each other. Okay? You managed to find the one we put in no man's land. And then you broke it. Okay? Now I ran a spectral analysis of the crystal that you have on you. It looks like you are dealing with a chunk right there that is equivalent to... He pulls out an eyebrow up in his head, and you're looking at about... I would say you are at 53.84615384615385%. Or about 7/13. It broke into 13 shards. You can tell from the fractal patterning there and there along it. He'll swipe his hand across the screen and it'll show a copy of what looks like a much larger, like football-sized version of the crystal that you have in your pocket right now. So you see these. So yeah, there's 13 other pieces of this. Somebody's been collecting them besides you. Those guys that we ran into yesterday. They're Nyrn cultists. Trying to bring back her inevitable return. It's my understanding that they're collecting these things. Some other people are. Where did you catch all of yours?
Like,
you said you...
all over the place.
Yeah.
Is there any recurrent theme?
Chaos?
Yeah, there's that.
I'll just start listing everything, like telling the whole story.
Yeah, and Tia will, chime in at appropriate parts.
So demons seem to be one of these things that keep coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could probably be a problem in the future, so just watch out for demons.
Also, strange interference from a priest of Jalos.
A what? Really?
Yeah.
Huh. That's weird.
Yeah. It mostly just been watching. I don't know what the relevance is, but he's shown up a few times.
Yeah, well, keep your eyes open. You never know with those people.
At least 2, maybe 3 times that I can think of off the top of my head where we encountered shards.
Yeah, that's gotta be something. Alright, long story short, I need your help. You broke this and we gotta fix it. Now I'm saying that at this point, we should focus on our whole eggs rather than scrambled eggs, if you get my drift?
I think so.
Okay, I tried explaining this to you last night, but right now, the essence of Nyrn is trapped inside of these gems, okay? Mm-hmm. Her god power is inside of there, which means that if the wrong hands got a hold of them...
It could be trouble.
It could be trouble. Someone could elevate themselves to like a demigod or a god if they got enough of these things. So I need to get all 3 of them back. If we're going to solve this and reseal everything, it's just to fix this problem. Right now, my theory is that with these things broken, Nyrn is kind of... She's there, but she's not there. She's kind of in like a quasi-sleepwalking state. She might exist, but she's not. She's kind of in like a limbo. Like a between world. She's kind of trapped, right? So
Kind of like she's on the front porch waiting to come in the door.
Yeah, and we needed to, like, she can't go either direction as long as these things are still in this state.
Hmm.
Now, someone's going to try to probably break them, or someone's going to try to probably use them to do something pretty bad. Regardless, I'm going to start figuring out how to get them. I need you to grab one of them.
Okay. Where?
You can hear over in the corner. Sounds like a monkey is banging something.
Where's the closest one?
Do you know Apash? Anyone here can make me a history roll.
I will do that roll. Let's see what happens. I rolled a 6, so that's an 11.
Is that only a 5?
I plus 5 to history.
No, but Zeno only got a 5.
Yeah, I got 5 total.
History.
Oh wait, that's not fair.
20, unnatural.
Thanks, Farrah got a
Damn.
15. And Malia?
15.
Okay, so you and Farrah are both going to know that Apesh is a continent that exists to the far west of Thestorel. It's across the water, and it's a very hot continent. You know that because if you've ever had oranges, that's where oranges come from.
Oh.
Mars, you know that it is a land of a lot of... Oh, man. It is a land of desert sands, and it's the living seas. These vast swaths of land where the ocean is made of broken sand.
And I know roughly, like, where it is? Or I've just heard of it?
You've heard of it. You read stories about it when you were a kid. A lot of tales of daring thieves and princes pretending to be beggars, and just all sorts of really cool stories of like the djinn, and like it's basically like it's a very like Far East setting, or like I guess Near East setting.
Okay. Any idea how long it would take to get somewhere like that?
Probably takes about 4 months on the ocean. So this is you as a character. No, oh god, that takes about 3 or 4 months by boat to get there.
Are you gonna say that?
Yeah, I'll say that out loud, being like it's gonna take that long.
Yeah, on a boat.
And how do you expect us to get there?
Okay. My gate's over here. Okay, I got good news and bad news. Do you want the good news or do you want the bad news?
Bad
good.
news.
Or bad news?
Okay, here's the bad news. Alright. The way that I figure it, I opened a gate. Now these things are pretty useful. I've got these keyed in so that even divine intervention can't look into this. Which is why they're so finicky. I opened this thing up. I think someone... They're open to divine intervention only if a god is let in on a specific numerical passkey.
Sure.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I don't know.
I use magic math. You have to know specific number sequences to be able to scry it.
Okay.
This is why I don't do magic much.
I had an apprentice help me work out the optic lenses a while ago. He's long gone, but I'm pretty sure he probably sold out the code. But at least to the one on the left. The one on the right is, God's willing, gonna be work, but I don't actually know if it will. So I've got to resequence the entire thing. What I'm saying is, though, I went to go check on the gem.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that those guys showed up and were already in there. I ain't so sure. I think there's a chance they might have come in right after me.
Oh, okay.
Which is either good or bad. I'm not sure, because if they went in after me, the place that the gem is resting still has all of its traps up. If they went in before me and actually had to go through the place, it means they might have triggered all the traps.
So
that might be
Well, you don't know, though.
Yeah, either way, they're all dead.
Yep.
And I'm not willing to use number 2.
Right.
So what's going to happen is, I need you to go to a Pesh. I am going to send you there using some teleportation magic. Now, the place that you're going is eventually going to be this place called Kadapesh. It's the capital city, okay? I can drop you in one of 3 locations. Kadapesh doesn't allow magic inside of its walls. Okay, so I can't just send you there with a teleportation circle. They don't allow that. They got like a no teleportation zone. Okay, it's against the law. I don't want to get fined. So you're looking at about a week's journey from any of the other neighboring towns across the desert.
Okay, well that's not so bad.
It's not. So
It's not bad until you take in the heat and everything as well.
Says the tiefling. I thought you liked heat.
Yeah, but the rest of my friends here, it's going to be a harder trek than what we're used to. Keep that in mind.
So here's the deal. I can send you to one of 3 places. I can send you to how are we gonna do this? Tell you what, I'm just gonna plan your trip for you. Okay? There's a little village called Lenlen. It's right across the Gamoran Sea. Okay? It's not really a sea. They call it a sea, but it's actually just sand. Just frickin' sand as far as you can see.
That's terrible.
Yeah, except I know somebody. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go there, and I'm gonna send you to Lenlen. Then you've got about a 3-week walk. About a 3-day walk, where you're gonna go to this place called Ubicon, and you're gonna catch a boat. Okay, you're gonna catch a boat called. Had her written down here somewhere. One sec. She's still there. There we go. You're gonna catch a boat called the Stormhammer.
Stormhammer, okay.
Stormhammer's gonna take you across the Gamoran Sea.
Tia's gonna give a meaningful look at Malia's hammer.
Just don't piss off the captain. She's a bit of a bitch.
Okay.
Alright, so you're gonna go from Lenlen on the Stormhammer. And then you're gonna go to Kadapesh. Okay? When you're at Kadapesh, what you gotta do is get... there are 2 ways you can do this. You can either go straight to the old tomb, or you can ask permission. I don't care which way you do it.
What? Ask permission from who?
From the Sultan. Oh, sorry. Everything is buried in Ocanan the Magnificent's burial tomb. He was like, kind of like he was like a great emperor there, like about 3,000 years ago, 4,000 years, something like that. So we borrowed his tomb because it already had tons of traps, and we put the statue in there.
Does the Sultan know this?
Well, this was like 500 years ago we did this, so like
no.
His grandpa knew.
Okay. So we can either go
great
grave robbing,
was he human?
or
no, I think he's a half-elf. I think they're all half-elves. They got this weird thing about half-elf breeding. It's because they live long, but not too long. Yeah. Humans don't do well under elven rule. Look, either way, tell you what, if you get lost, here's a name. I have a contact over there that does a lot of archaeological stuff. A guy named Gilm. You can find Gilm at Kadapesh. He's a bookseller.
Okay. And once we're there, is it like all magic is prohibited, or just no outside magic coming in?
They just don't like people showing up unannounced.
That makes sense. I like when people knock first.
Yeah. You'll like the place, though. It's really nice, really balmy. From there, I don't care how you get back to me. Okay? I think probably the easiest way is send me a message. Look, take this, and he'll toss a vial onto the table.
I can't hear you.
Oh. You okay now? Can everybody else hear me?
We can.
Yeah,
I can.
I can hear you.
Can you hear everyone else, Winter?
1 second.
Did you accidentally unplug something? Or
No. It just suddenly said that my internet was unstable and then it came back.
right? Yeah, you probably
Okay.
said some
It'll-
connection issues.
It'll do that. So thanks to everybody who's tuning in right now. If the audio or video sounds a little iffy, it's because we're on the side of Canada where the internet's not as good, and everybody's on it right now.
Yep.
So can you repeat that once more?
So he tosses a metal vial onto the table. When you're ready, okay, you open this up. It'll create basically a speaking mirror.
Speaking here. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, don't touch it with your skin. That's Quicksilver.
Oh, okay.
I mean, touch the vial. Don't touch what's in the vial. In the vial is Quicksilver.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Gotcha.
So that should work once. So once you get the thing, give me a call, and I'll tell you how I've arranged your way back quick. Okay?
Okay.
Now, I'm willing to help outfit you with stuff you need to get there, but here's the truth of this. I appreciate you, like, breaking into my house and, like, killing a bunch of people and breaking my dragon that I have to fix. I don't know you, and you could just be trying to screw me. This could be one long con.
I don't think any of us have the patience for that.
Yeah, well, you could all be crazy Nyrn cultists. Okay, that's not true. You probably couldn't. And he points a finger over at Farah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you're before that. Does this all make sense?
Tia's gonna point at Mally and go like, chosen a Vela.
Yeah.
I said it's a
Great
long
anti-Nyrn.
Have you ever dated sisters before? It's really easy to bounce back and forth. What? Alright, so
It might
this
just
all
be you.
makes... Do you have any questions?
What can we know about the current Sultan?
Yeah.
He's a half-elf. Let's see...
Temperament?
You gotta remember, I ain't been out there in years and years and years.
What, not up on current events?
No, I've been kind of busy.
Fair enough.
I'm also going to do my best to try to contact some old friends to give you a hand. But that'll probably take a while. Okay, so he'll pull out like a little black rectangle about this big and start like swiping. It's like a clay tablet. Let's see. What is this mook's name? Oh, he's dead. Wait. Yeah, that happens. Okay, never mind. Flip. Oh no, he's dead. He's dead. Okay, so that's good. The Sultan's dead. That saves some time. Let's see. It's in the hands of his wife, the Sultana, who technically doesn't have the power, but hasn't given her kids any power yet. That's a thing.
So are we walking into like a political
It'll be
Mess.
fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It's usually okay.
Tabia Toady? Tabia. Okay, well, her name's Tabia. Let's see, Toady. Toady is the Pesh form of lady or magistrate or mistress, depending on your translation. Oh yeah, you don't speak a Peshian. It's kind of like common, but with some weird words thrown in.
Okay.
You'll be fine with common. You'll be fine with common. If anybody says Broomheedy, just run, okay?
Says what?
Broomheedy.
What does that mean?
Kill the infidels, usually.
Oh.
Yeah, you get used to it. It becomes background noise after a while.
Did you hear it a lot?
Oh, yeah. Oh, there was this one time with, I guess Tabia Toadie's great-grandma. Great-great-grandma. Great. She was okay. But anyway, the important thing, you'll be fine, okay? So Tabia Toadie is the Sultana right now. Yeah. That'll get you there. You guys need anything else?
Don't think so. Let's go tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. A thought.
Mm-hmm.
Just one little thought.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you go down into the temple in the first place?
I was told that they just needed a guide. They wanted to check out some of the architecture of how the temple was made. And then they showed me the stone, and they wanted it. And they wanted me to be a part of their guild. I just wanted to get out of that town. So here I am.
And that's why they were on Thestorel?
I think so. But I don't really know.
No, thieves hear about it. It's a long way to go for something.
Mm-hmm. Could have been just rumors or something, you know. Hearing about like great treasures, power. I think for them it was just the treasure, though. I don't think they knew all this.
About this. All right, so you guys have some fun tonight. Tomorrow, this begins. Malia, while you're down there, okay, Apesh, okay, Dragon Girl, your fire, your gold dragon, right? Your fire is not going to be as useful there. Everything's fire in this place, okay? You're going to want to stick to other elements if you got them. Malia, you'll be mostly fine except for when you're crossing the Gamoran Sea, okay? Lightning is very, very big there. Okay? But, there might be some things with some resistances to lightning there, or some immunities even. So you be careful there. Try to pull out the other tricks, like the big booms. The rest of you are stabby, you'll be fine. Everything bleeds. Except for the scarabs. The scarabs don't bleed, and they like to crawl under your skin bits, so don't let them do that.
What's a scarab?
Thanks.
It's like a beetle that's had a really bad month.
Ugh. He is gonna full-on shudder.
Yeah. Besides that, like, yeah, is there anything else that you need?
I think just
I don't think so.
rest up tonight.
I still need to go out and see what healing potions the city stocks. Stock up on those. We used
They
up
ain't got
most of
much.
ours.
What do you need? You leaving tomorrow? I got time to make. I can make a batch for you right here for free.
That would be.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
I've used
Yeah.
up all my scrolls. I'm down to
Would-
2 greater. Actually, no, I'm out of those.
Do you want scrolls or do you want potions?
Scrolls. I think. Easier.
Okay. I've got a
The rest of
couple
you
left.
still have potions, right?
Got
Or
a
you guys
couple.
out?
I'm out.
Okay, I'm gonna focus on making potions. If you want to go look for some scrolls, go ahead. I can probably make a batch of them tonight. How strong you want them?
Stronger the better.
Yeah.
How strong can you do?
I can do strong enough.
Ooh, I wonder if I'll find some new animals.
Might be a good idea if we have extra containers of water.
Well, we also have create water. At least 2 of us do.
So wait, you can turn into animals, right?
Yeah, I'm a druid.
Yeah. Do you have to like eat them or like pet
No, I
them?
just have
Like,
to
how-
see them.
Do you have to see all of them?
I mean, no, I just can get a glance and
No, this is like. But does it have to be like the entire?
no, I
Creature.
just don't think so.
I got a present for you. Then hold on.
I mean, kinda.
Tia, you can shapeshift into what CR? You're level 9 now.
Druid level divided by 3. Let me double check.
Yeah, double check what it is for you. A circle of the moon.
I can do a challenge rating as high as my druid level divided by 3, rounded down. So I can go up to CR3.
And this is any beast, right?
Yeah, any beast.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to do some looking.
All right. So, what are the rest of you doing?
While we're sitting in this meeting? Or just
Yeah,
like
are
we've
you-
left now?
What are you doing? Is there anything that anybody wants to ask or talk about?
I don't think so.
Hiccups.
I'm good.
All right. So, with that,
I think Malia will have just emptied out her pack and be sorting through it to see what she's got and what she needs and go from there.
sounds
Yeah.
good. With that, Eddigone's going to take a moment and lead you all down, and is going to take you down to the 17th floor, which is one of the larger areas. And he's going to turn on the lights in there, and it's this giant, immense black room, which is actually going to make Mars shudder in memory of her dream for a moment. Before you get a sense of things and kind of like, okay, it's just a room, but my god, this looks very much like my dream.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll
Turn into a
see
killer whale.
that there is a stuffed killer whale hanging from the ceiling. And you see this is a museum of stuffed animals.
Does this count?
Yes, this counts.
Oh my god. Yeah, I can turn
Also-
into a killer whale. That's CR3.
There's also a giant tortoise.
Oh my god.
but there is also a... Oh, one moment while I just pull out...
I can turn into a giant scorpion. That's probably fitting.
So
That's
he'll show you basically everything from the Druid book, or not Druid book, but everything up to CR3 that is in the Druid list.
Mhm.
he's got at least some piece of down here.
Yeah, I'm flipping through the monster manual right now. See if there are any other ones.
Ooh, razorfish. There are a lot of...
A lot of fish.
Yeah, he also has the dark shark.
Oh my god.
Ooh. Giant armored centipede, yeah. No. Okay. See, it's too bad that this one doesn't count, because then you could be an armored bear.
That would be amazing.
He will show you some cool beasts that you can shapeshift into. And,
Sweet.
yeah. With that, I'm gonna get to work on the potions for you guys.
Thank you.
Good luck. Go, enjoy your last night on the continent.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, and with that, what do you all spend the night doing? Just hanging out and...
Yeah.
I have a bath.
Relaxing.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Probably polishing and cleaning all her stuff and making sure it's all good to go and making sure there's like properly packed food and whatnot, because as much as like I can create food, I don't really want to eat that.
Yeah,
That's
it's
fair.
not good.
I mean, it's fine, it's just not good.
It's not thrilling. Yeah, exactly.
Alright. So you go and enjoy your night. Is there anything in
Yeah.
particular you guys want to do, or just relax and then get some sleep and head back?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so the next day you check out of your Four Elements hotel. The same girl at the desk wishes you to have a fantastic day out there in the elements.
Mm.
And hopefully we'll be seeing you again soon, Mr. Rightwing.
Hopefully. Thank you.
Remember, if you ever come back through the town, be sure to come and look us up by name. I'll be waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
Will
She's a
do.
cute little halfling, man. You should do it.
Sure thing there, Mr. Right Wing.
Dang.
She's what, 3 feet tall?
She's like 3'5", yeah.
That's cute.
Xeno's type, half and half elf.
Oh dear.
Sorry guys, just one moment. Just shut the window because it is very, very cold in here.
I feel like there's something in Xanathars that had more beast things.
Probably.
Yeah.
Alright, so you make your way back over into the tower and up to the top. And it's at that point that you realize that Katamus stayed there and worked over the night. There's a lot more sleeping space if you were... Oh, he was on the couch anyway. So there was a lot less snoring dwarf. And as you arrive... So you would have been able to...
I think that was by choice, wasn't it, that he ended up on the couch?
Yeah. I also think he lost, but yeah. That one.
I mean, those beds are so big, it's not exactly hard to share.
I
Alright.
can turn into an ankylosaurus.
Not now, not in bedtime.
No. But there's not that
I
many
remember.
CR3.
So you will come in and you will see that the place is absolutely just covered in a low-hanging mist that's bellowing out of one of these large vat machines. There's a little nozzle that's coming down and is filling a series of bottles as you come in, and he's just like... It's coming out like a soda fountain. And he quickly pops tops on each one of them and puts hands them to Cadamus to put a little wax seal around. Alright, so here's what I got for you. Alright? I have no fewer than 2 supreme healing potions. And so these are the final one, the greatest healing potion.
Mm.
I have 4 of these mid-range healing potions for you. So, and then I got 6 of like the little basic bitch ones.
Okay, so the 4 is at greater healing?
That is the 2nd level, yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's potions of healing, potions of greater healing, and then potions of supreme healing, or whatever word it is in the book.
Okay. And then how many of the healing was it?
6.
The basic 6?
6 basics, 4 intermediates, 2 master.
I think, Xeno, why don't you carry these ones if you've got none left?
Okay.
I think, Mars, did you have any?
I'll have to take a look. I just kind of collect them. It's just kind of hard to see because I had them all on the pages, but they're just pictures.
Oh, okay,
of.
yeah.
Yep.
So
And that's the one
let me go
part about...
through my bag, and she'll like pick up her satchel and just like wiggle it, and it'll make a lot of noise. Be like, "There's a lot of stuff in there."
Fair.
I've got 5 potions of healing right now.
Okay. Anybody object if I hold on to the 2 supremes to...
No, go for it.
So I'll do the running around a battlefield to fling them in people.
Does Farah have any potions?
She actually was going to walk up and say, I could take a couple. I've got nothing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's just make sure she's got some.
Why don't we take 2 from that lot? So Xeno, you take 4, and here's 2 others that I had.
Sounds good.
I'll have 4, Farah will have 4, and Xeno will have 4 of healing potions.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I know I used one of my healing potions, I think, on Cadamus. So I still have one more, and I have a greater healing potion.
Okay.
I think I might have one as well. I've got potion of healing. Is that moderate? I can't read what I wrote there.
It would be moderate, yeah.
Yeah. I just wrote M something at mod, medium, moderate, something like that. Mm-hmm. So I'm good for now.
Cadmus, do you have any on you?
No, I don't.
Is Cadamus coming with us?
I assumed he was.
Actually, I was gonna talk to you about that. I think I don't really like the heat, so I thought that I could stick around and maybe learn some tricks and things and help so that when you come back, maybe I can get that hammer, shining completely. And I've got to have some words with that butler. And
Sure.
Okay.
Best of luck.
It's been fun. I mean, I'll see you when you get back. Don't go dying on me.
Of course not.
We'll try not to.
Good.
But on that note, yeah, Farah, are you coming?
Why wouldn't I be coming?
I don't know.
Do you not want me to come?
I absolutely want you to. Yeah. I assumed you were, and then
Kind of realized that, well, maybe we shouldn't assume.
yeah.
It's up to
where
you.
else am I where else am I gonna go? I'm coming with you, dummies. I gotta see. I hear that they have like big triangular buildings. I've never seen a triangular building. Why triangles?
Okay. I'm glad. Tia's
Besides-
gonna give her a hug. Awkward shoulder hug.
Yeah.
Tia, you're so awkward.
Tia's very awkward.
Of course I'm going with you. You're my friends. And she's gonna shoot kind of a look over at Eddigone that none of you except for Mally is probably going to quite get.
Tia's
But that
gonna ruffle Farah's hair a tiny bit and then let her go.
This is why I have to wear a hat, like, all the time.
But you love it.
Yeah, well. It's because I'm so lovable.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm loving
All right.
Just kidding.
All right, are you guys done having your little, like smoochy session?
Let's get out of
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, we're done.
Let's skedaddle.
Thank the gods. You pick and choose which ones you want. Alright, so here's the deal. This is one way, so if once you go through here...
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We'll be able to contact you when we're done.
When you're done. Don't die. Okay? The tomb of Oaken and the Magnificent is pretty dangerous. Okay? I went through there with some of the greatest adventurers of the age, okay? Nobody took a hit like Pit Marin.
Wait, did we ever tell him about the Canine? Huh.
What?
Because you traveled with Pit Marin and Lady Marine, right?
Yeah. The three of us and Viceland. Yeah.
Yeah.
And occasionally Skillian when he wasn't being a little shit. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was the four of us.
Thought you might want to know that her Marine's dogs, they're sentient species.
Well, I mean, yeah. No, she usually uplifted her dogs. Their dogs were always like, I mean, it was weird because one minute they'd be yapping and humping their leg, and the next minute.
No, they're called the Canine. They're very cool.
Yeah, they're cool little dogs that yap and talk.
They're like people.
Yeah, she treated them like people too.
Oh my god.
What are you trying to say, Druid?
Like they stand on their back
Humanoid.
legs, wield swords,
Oh, that's a new one.
And wear
and
armor.
talk. Yeah, and wear armor and like humanoid.
Yeah.
You mean they got like mutated by the Feywild or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got separated from her and got left in there. They're trying to find her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, I haven't seen her in a long time.
We encountered them at Dog Run Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
That's ironic.
Yeah. But
yeah.
Seems like one
Well,
of their
we're
ones have
gone.
gotten evil.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So some of them are good. One of them's evil. Was working with the gnolls.
And with the demon.
Yeah. So
Might just be something you want to be.
aware of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And if you do find anything about the Lady Marine, or if you know anything, see if you can let them know.
Marine ain't been the same since I mean, you guys know, you were in Pit Marin, you saw. Right? The statues and the... Was it still up there?
I mean, it was down in
It was all flooded, so
their sewer, essentially. They built over top the whole area.
yeah.
We did find a statue of what we're pretty sure was Marine.
Pitwin built that little town there so he could keep an eye on Mog from a distance without being right on top of it. Draw the attention away while being close enough he could go and stop anybody who tried to unearth the gem.
Wait, what happened to Bitmarin then?
Lady Marine went to check on another one of the stones in the Feywilds and got detained by the Feywilds.
Mm.
She's an elf. Didn't really bother her too much, but
He was
when
human,
she-
wasn't he?
Yeah, he
Lifespan's a bitch.
Right.
She she was trapped in the Feywilds dealing with that stuff for a good 100 years.
Gotcha.
So I don't think she ever got to see the summer home he built for him.
Oh.
He was a good guy. But we need to get you to Pesh so that this is all worth something.
Yeah.
All right, Pesh is waiting for you. Please head directly into that. Oh, 1 sec, and he'll beep something in his pocket with a boop boop. Please step directly into the glowing red pentagram. Okay, well, it's actually a glyph, but pentagram makes more sense. But the glowing red square over there.
Sure.
He'll gesture, and on the back area, you will see that there is a tremendous glowing glyph circle that is about 30 feet in diameter. And as you're there, you're kind of in one of the back areas of the workshop, and as this is casting a lot of light upward, and you'll see that this room is tremendously large. In fact, it looks like it's got several levels at the back of it, and the roof appears to be just outside of most of your dark vision, not outside of Xeno's, I realize now. Mechanical. It looks like it would open. And there's something giant and covered in canvas dangling from the roof, not akin to the killer whale. Or not unlike the killer whale, that is. Please step in the glowing red glyph.
What is...
What?
What is that?
That's an old toy. Prove I can trust you and then I'll show you it.
Alrighty.
Malia will calmly step in after making sure that everything is tucked away properly and tied down.
Yep.
Tendrils of arcane energy swirl around your boots as you step in. And you'll hear a little voice come from the center of the circle.
Please keep all arms and legs inside of the circle. Please keep all arms and legs inside of the circle.
Oh, Mars, watch your tail.
Ah!
And tails.
Farah?
She hugs her tail up to the front of her body. On it. And she'll hop inside as well. The same thing, the little curling motes of energy will wrap around Farah's ankles and thighs, kind of locking her in place. It's not locking anyone who steps in specifically, but it is like a resistance, kind of like like you've got a seatbelt on more than anything. Anyone else heading in?
Yeah, no. Tia's already in.
Yeah.
All right, Tia,
I'm already
everybody
in,
heads
yeah.
Yeah.
Mars, are you going in?
Yeah.
All right, it will wrap around you as well. Any last words? Because, by the way, there's a chance I could miss, so if hopefully this works. Good luck.
Thanks. Bye.
And he's gonna pull a lever on the wall, and I have to roll percentiles to see if you die. One moment.
You know, when you said like
Formula!
any last words, I was just like, safety hug.
All right,
I'll look at the rest of you and go, nothing ventured.
Nothing gained.
Oh, come on.
Malia
The lever
will start
pulls.
laughing.
And there is a sudden flash of arcane light, and I need a Constitution check off of everybody, please.
All right.
Oh, crap. Farrah got a 3.
Well, I rolled an 8. What does that end up as?
15.
Constitution save?
Constitution save, please.
I'll be a 13 for Tia.
Okay.
23, please.
17.
Okay. 17. Farrah failed. Okay, great.
I give her my inspiration.
Might as well.
She rolled a 4. Don't worry about your inspiration. I'm not gonna
Okay.
have.
Did she die?
No,
No,
she's gonna
she-
get sick.
Okay.
All right, so there is a sudden swirl of energy around you, and the world falls away. And then suddenly the ground is going to come rushing up at you as you fall. You fall through complete blackness for a moment, and the ground suddenly zooms into frame beneath you, and you are going to hit the ground hard enough that it knocks the air out of you for a moment, regardless of your success. And you come to, and it is night. And Farah leans forward, drops to all fours, and vomits very loudly all of those pastries back onto the ground. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Oh no. What's this? What was the save? Because I got 13.
You're feeling a little queasy, but otherwise good.
Okay.
Tia, just don't look over here.
Oh, I'm not looking.
If you can get it all out, we'll get some water in your system. Come on.
Okay. Why is it always me? I'm the magical one.
Lore.
In the distance, you're standing on a pile of sand and right next to a bunch of blasted, cracked clay. About 200 feet away, you can see the light from a small village, probably about 100 people.
Does this look like where he was going to send us?
I don't think we know.
Yeah, you have a list of places that you need to go.
Alright, so I guess we should go figure out where we are and kind of go from there. Because if we're not in the right place, we gotta figure out how we're gonna get to the right place.
Yeah. So I guess let's head towards the lights.
All right.
No, don't go towards the light.
All right. So heading into the small village, you can see that. Is anyone looking around trying to figure out what time it is, or?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Anybody give me was that nature or survival, you think, to know what time it is?
Probably survival.
Survival.
I'll say survival.
Sorry, we're running again.
That's okay.
15.
15?
Yeah.
So glad I add +7 to this.
24.
All
'Cause-
right.
11.
14.
14. All right. So let's see. Who got 11?
Me.
Okay. So you
Still a
it's
bit
night.
winded.
Given where the moon is, you think that it's probably early night? Or sun rises in the east and sets in the west on our world. I'm not gonna make that judgment call right now. I don't need to know that much about this planet yet. You would say that it's probably. Well, now I want to know: is it early night or no? It's early night. It's early night. I don't want to. Wait, hold on. That it's morning here. Then it's actually late night here. That's right, because that's the way that I did it backwards. So it is probably about 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning.
So there wouldn't be that much light out at all.
No, it's black. Only the moon overhead.
Yeah.
The rest of you are going to be able to say, okay, yeah, it's just about 3 or 4 in the morning. You'd say it's closer to 3. You're in a slightly different ecosystem. Like, this feels like you're in a different hemisphere. It's much warmer here. In fact, it was fall going into winter back in Skillytown. Here, it feels a little brisk. Actually, surprisingly chill air. But the ground beneath your feet still feels warm, as if the sun had baked deep into the sand for hours and hours and hours.
Oof. Chilly.
Down in the town, you can see that there are people out. In fact, this place seems very well lit for 3 in the morning.
Maybe they start earlier because of how hot it gets during the day.
Maybe.
Could be.
It could just be night people.
You are going to hear commotion down in the village.
Let's check it out. I have to go there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Do you approach?
Yeah.
As you approach, you will hear the sound of wailing.
Inside?
That's not good.
Let's get closer.
All right. As you approach, you will see that the center square, there are about 15 people out, and looks like signs of combat.
Oh.
There are some arrows embedded in the side of the central fountain and statuary. There are streaks of blood across the ground. And as you approach, a couple of bloodied guardsmen will pivot out of where they were holding their watch and point long, curved swords in your direction behind shields. You will recognize these men as looking very similar to Kadim, the man that you met in Dogrun Bridge.
Yeah.
All right.
Who goes there?
Just travelers.
Travelers.
Show me your face.
Yeah.
They they hold a lantern up.
Seems like you've been having some trouble here. Is everyone all right?
No, not everyone is all right. And as they look at Farah, their eyes are going to narrow. You want tea? They're back! The Yuan-Ti are back!
What?
And with that, you are going to hear the sound of footsteps approaching. A dozen town guards
Yes.
descend on your location.
Step in front of Farah.
Bad move. You're coming with us. And I think that's a good place. We should actually probably end here for the night, because I know that a couple of you are sick. And this puts us in an interesting location.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's going to be it for this episode. A little shorter than normal, but given the situation and making sure that two of my players are well enough that they don't get COVID, I want to call it here. I know that's not the way it works, but I also know that, Mike, you look like you're dying down there. All right. Thank you so much for being here with us, Mike. I know that migraines are awful.
They're the worst.
I've been lucky enough not to have
So
one since I
bad.
was like 20. So thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. It was a little shorter. How did you guys do? Do you enjoy it? I liked a lot of your little...
I had fun.
Did you like our moments?
I
Yeah.
loved your moments.
We had such good moments.
We did.
Yeah.
Well, I really look forward to having everybody back again next Wednesday, all healed. I also want to cordially invite anybody who's watching right now to come and enjoy, as two brand new shows are going up this weekend. On Saturday night, we are streaming the first episode of our new series set in the generic fantasy world in the southeastern city of Port Echidna. Which follows a group of inheritors of an estate as they try to pay off their taxes. And then on Sunday, we have our fourth episode of Werewolf the Forsaken, The Bitches of Brewery Park, which has been getting some very positive reviews on a bunch of Onyx Path forums. And
good.
we'd love to have you join the adventure with us. Join the
Yay.
pack. So with that, thank you for tuning in to episode 18, which is our 41st episode of
Oh my
this.
god.
I know, we're getting old.
Wow.
And we will
Only
see you
level
again next
9.
Level 9. Now you are at the level that the cast of Critical Role started at when when their podcast started.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
I've never had a character at level 9 before.
How does it feel? You earned this.
Feels pretty good.
Once I
Looking
hit
forward to
level,
hitting people with my new hammer.
I'm excited to get to level 12.
Level 12 is going to be dope. You
That
got to
can
do
be
some cool stuff.
CR4.
I want to hit 17 so badly. Because
Yeah.
then I
This
can
game-
fly.
I'm
This
just so
game's going
excited
to
right
20.
now. At level 9, my sneak attack is at 5d6. Like that's gonna
Yeah,
be so
you
sexy.
are the most dangerous person in the party if you have the right rolls. Like, you basically get one-man fireballs every turn at this point, almost.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right, so that's going to be it for Generic Fantasy. Said good night. We will see you later. Thank you for tuning into Dork Tales. Good night, everybody. Punch the microphone, Kelly. Good night, everybody. All right.
Oh man.
It's one of those days.